welcome to another of my pick a card reading. So this one gonna be about your shadow and your light side. So channeling from your shadow and your light side, and it's something that I haven't done before. It's gonna be something different. I'll be like directly channeling from your shadow side as well as your light side, and I never done something like this before, so it's gonna be quite interesting, I think. So yeah, so I want to explain quickly about what is a shadow side. I will read from Google because I think the explanation is a good one. So the shadow is an unconscious aspect of the personality that does not correspond with the ego ideal, leading the ego to resist and project the shadow. In short, the shadow is the self-emotional blind spot. And the shadow self is a part of the human psyche that is often repressed and contain aspects of the individual that are not usually acknowledged. So that's an explanation or definition of the shadow self from Google, and I think that's a good one. Just want to put that out there before we start the reading. So there's 4 piles to choose from. The first pile is this raw moonstone. The second pile is this tiger eye. The third pile is this black obsidian. And the fourth pile is this Amazonite. So yeah, pick whatever pile you are drawn to, and remember this is only a general reading, so if the message doesn't resonate, please just leave it. And the layout for this will be I will be channeling from your shadow side and your light side, and I will pull a card on how you can integrate those parts of you, and at the end I'll be giving you my original poetry written by me, 2 of them, one from your shadow and one from your light side. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you for listening, so let's go. Hello, pile 1, whoever chooses this raw moonstone. So today we'll be doing a reading on what does your shadow side have to say and what does your light side have to say. So I'll be channeling from your shadow side as well as your light side, and see what messages do those sides have for you. So I already pulled the card, so this side will represent your shadow and this side will represent your light side, and both sides are part of you. Both sides are essential part of you. The reason the shadow side is in the shadow is because we might shun it there, put it there, or we might hide it there. So your shadow side is represented by the tarantula, and you got the hangman as well as 4 wands, and this quote: it's not who you are that holds you back, it's who you think you are not. And your light side is represented by the lizard, and you got the 9 of swords as well as 9 of wands, and this quote: I'm not what happened to me, I am what I used to become. Wow, so 9 might be significant to you. So I'm gonna start with your shadow side, pile 1. So pile 1, your shadow side, or you could say shadow trait, that what do they have to say to you is that your shadow side is maybe stuck in a indecision, as in you don't know which way to go, which way to turn to, or which way is the best path for you. What is it that you really want? your shadow side is asking you, or who are you really? Like, do you know yourself as much as you think you are? These kind of thoughts, and also doubts, as well as we have a lot of plans, we have a lot of dreams, we do dream big, but behind that dream, sometimes the doubt is overshadowed by your fate, and sometimes your fate is, well, you could say most of the time your fate is overshadowed by your doubts of your big plans and big dreams in life, and you don't really think you are supported in what you want to do or who you want to become, and you don't think you can become who you want to become, as in who, for example, who am I to believe or think that I can be, for example, a fit person? Who am I to think that I can achieve my goal? Who am I to think that I can, quit coffee? Like, why do I even set those kind of goals in the first place? Because at the end of the day, I can't become that anyway. And you think in order to achieve your dream, you have to try really hard, and you have to plan, and you have to know what happens. You have to know what you want to do. You have to know your next step. You have to know things, and you have to be able to predict the outcome, because that will guarantee your success or guarantee the outcome of the goal. And it's true, sometimes the power is in your own hand, but it doesn't work when you're confused. It doesn't work when you doubt yourself. It doesn't work when you have lack confidence and hesitation. It doesn't work when you plan and make a decision and plan your next step even though you're not sure what you want. That doesn't work. It's great to try a lot of things, but it's harder to stop and go within and reflect about what we really want out of life. Where do we really want to go? It's easy to grow in a linear stage, like up. It's harder to stop and grow in like a tree in a branch out to different area. Your fate is calling. You can feel your calling. You can feel your purpose. You might already know what your purpose is, but you don't pay it any attention. You can see a way to your dream. Deep down you actually know where your heart is calling you, but things like that never work out. Dream doesn't come true. This world isn't designed for people who go after their dream and their goal. This world is designed to those who work hard, follow the rule, or ruthless and conventional. If you try to be different, try to be unconventional, the world doesn't operate that way, and it doesn't, you could say, cater or support those type of people. It's easier to continue what you're doing. Maybe it's safer to be passive in your life instead of, shake up the status quo. That's not who you are. You don't think you can do it. You don't think you can break the mold, color out of the line, step out of line, or shake up the status quo. Those things is up to fate and the chosen one. You're not the chosen one. You're not the chosen one. Who are you to, change the course of the system or your life? Your life is already planned for you. The world already told you who you are. So you gotta become that. You have no time to find who you are. You have no time to question who you are. You just have to fit into the mold. And you just have to go with the flow, with the people. You could say with the flocks. This is how you survive in the world. How you survive in the world is you become who you're not. And if the real you is calling at the back of your mind, if the real you is whispering in your ears, you have no time to explore, or no time or attention to pay to. You can't pay attention to them, or you don't have time to focus to whatever callings that you're hearing, because this world isn't built like that. Dreamers, impossible dream doesn't come true. It's up to fate, and you don't think fate is in your favor. You don't think destiny, the universe is in your favor. There's no guarantee that if you live it all and pursue your dream, you're gonna be successful. It's never guaranteed, so why even try? There's a yearning and longing and calling from the heart for a reason, but you don't have time to find out the reason. You have things to do. You're not the chosen one, so you're not the chosen one, so you're not gonna act like one. So yeah. So Pi 1, that was me channeling from your shadow side. So I'm gonna move on to your light side and see what they have to say. 99 might be significant to you, and 9 is number of spiritual advancement. 9 is a high frequency number. Your light side is very persistent. Your light side is very active as well. You can feel a way to the light. You can feel a way to abundance, to success, true abundance that align with your heart and soul. You can see the way to your dream. You can see the stairway, the divine light shine on you to walk towards a path that has been calling you and open up to you. You can see it. And when your doubt is overshadowed by your faith, you feel like you can step through that door, to that stair, step up to grab and reach for your dream, because it feels like it's really within reach, like you can work for it. The outcome really doesn't matter to you, because the most important thing is you try. You can hear the spirit, you can hear the whisper of your heart. You see the sigh. You feel this passion in your heart. Sometimes you even dream about it. Have daydream about what would you be doing instead. Have daydream about your dream life or the best version of you, and you can feel like you can be it. You can taste it. You feel like it's within reach. You can grab it. You are very hopeful, and your faith is strong. Even when life show you that this world doesn't cater to, you could say, creative people, artists, or doesn't value those things as much as you do, you still cannot deny the impact these things have on you. It's undescribable. You could say it's your fuel for your spirit to keep going. What you love, feel your soul, and the world is so, it might be so systematic, it might be so status quo and very in the box, but you can't deny that the world is so beautiful. The The world is full of possibilities. You don't have to choose an identity. You can become everything. Anything. You are the moon and the sun and the stars. You are so magical, and you love to witness this world beauty. It's like a gift from the universe, and the trees is enough of a sign that this world is magical, this world is beautiful, that the divine exists, that the universe supports you. Just a mere tree is enough as proof to you that you're not alone. Just blood flowing through your vein is enough proof to you that you can believe in the universe and that they're supporting you. Whatever negative thoughts that you have, they don't reflect who you are or your heart. Your thoughts are like flowing rivers. They come and go, but your heart desire and your soul desire is always there. They will never change. They know what they want. Your heart and your soul know exactly what you want and exactly how to get there. The plan might not be concrete, but every step you take is a step that solidifies your fate. You can see a way there. You know there's a long way to go, but you already come so far, and you're not gonna give up now. You're gonna walk to the finish line, no matter what happened. No matter what happened in life or what you have to do, you will not lose your authentic self. You will not lose who you are. You will always look up and forward. You will never look down or look back. Your faith in the divine is unrivaled, but your faith in yourself and who you are is another level. You believe you will go far. You believe you will achieve your dreams, no matter what anyone say. Even your own doubt and fears. You listen to them, but you don't let it stop you. Because what's the point of hesitation when we know we're gonna do this? When we already know what we want? Obtaining isn't the goal. Going for it is the goal. And it does take courage and strength and resilience and faith in oneself. But who we are if we're not that? It does take all that. And you have all that. You have it all because of experiences you've been through, and you came out of that still you. So whatever you're gonna go through, you will still remain you. Your heart and soul is on fire. They are ready for a challenge, ready to pursue their passion, and no one gonna stop you, not even fate. Because you know that you create your own destiny, you create your own path. If you can't see a way to your goal, you will create one. If there is doubt and fears, you understand, but those are not things that stop you. Those doubt and fear are what's gonna be fuel for your spirit. It's gonna fuel you for your journey and even accelerate your speed. You have thick skin, you could say. It's not that it doesn't hurt when people look down on what you want. it's more of you understand. But if you're gonna live this life, you're gonna live it by following your heart and give it the chance that it deserves. No one, not even this world, will give you that chance. So you have to give yourself that chance. You owe that to yourself for what you've been through. You've been through too much to not give your heart and your soul a chance to guide you now. In this world, they tell you what to do a lot. They tell you who you are or what you're gonna be. And we can accept that. But it's time that we actually try to discover who we really are. And who we are is resilient, and we are unstoppable. No amount of, you could say, unfavorable climate or unfavorable situation can keep you off track, because you have a one mind goal. And this lizard gonna be a dragon someday, so you're already halfway there, and you're not gonna stop anytime soon. Hi everyone, that was the channel for your light side. So I am gonna give you cards on how to integrate your shadow and your light side. So you got number 7, the shirt, and number 6, the tower. So yeah, how to integrate your two parts is go full force ahead, like don't stop. Go ahead with your plan, or go ahead with what you want to do, and be confident about it. The goal is not to obtain the goal, the goal is to try. And you can't try if you don't give yourself a chance. Whatever you want to do, you should go ahead with it. And don't let your fear or other people's fear persuade you to doubt yourself. It's okay to have those feelings, but the real problem is when those fear and doubt stop you from doing what you want to do, going toward your dream. People might have a lot of opinion on, who you are, who you want to be, what are you doing. If it's not people, then maybe the society in general, even yourself. The important thing is, no matter what they say, you don't stop going forwards. Yeah, don't let people get you off your track. And even if you can't see even if you can't see your own track or where you're going, know that you can create one, and the divine is leading you to this lighthouse, to exactly where you want to go. So have trust in your heart and your soul, because they know exactly where they're leading you, even if your mind says otherwise. And that's how you can integrate your shadows and your light side more, is have trust in what you're doing. Whatever goal you're trying to pursue, have trust in what you're doing. If I won, I'm gonna give you an original poetry, 2 of them, one from your shadow and one from your light side. So I'm gonna give an original poetry from your shadow side, the tarantula, and the one you got is this one, number 43, Plateau Fever. Can you promise me something? Let me be happy. Give me my peace as I learned my lesson. Nothing was taken, but nothing was given either. And I'm here flowing, stuck in this plateau fever. Never dream of betterness, thought it was impossible. A star too far to grab. Now my mindset is shifting. Now I believe in the better. I know goodness, they do last. That's size from your shadow. Well, I'm gonna give you a poem from your light side. This one is number 29. It's called Who You Can Be. When you stop holding tight to who you thought you were and instead be open to new possibilities of you, then you'll see who you truly are or can become. Weak foundation must be undone, old identities forgotten, mind full of limitation cannot attract abundance because you are not open to receive them. It's time to wake up and see the possible version of who you can be. So, you are dealing with limited mindset, and that could be from your shadow side, limited mindset of who you can be, what you can achieve, and your light side is trying to, you could say, fight or prove it wrong. But before proving things wrong, we gotta believe and have faith in what we're doing. That's it, Paiwan. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and don't forget to let me know what you think in the comment section. And if you like my poem, you can follow my Instagram below as well. And thank you for watching, Paiwan. Thank you for being here today. Bye. Hello, Pi 2, whoever chooses this tiger eyes. So, today I'll be channeling from your shadow side and your light side. This side is your shadow side, and your shadow side is represented by the nightingale. With this quote, people like to focus on the things they couldn't have. And you got the Ace of Cups, Daughter of Cups, and Four of Wands. And your light side is represented by the mouse. With this quote, may the bridges I burn light the way. And you got the Ten of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. So 8 might be significant to you. And on both shadow and light side, you got the ace, both aces, Ace of Cups and Ace of Swords. And first message is that kindness is not a weakness. So that's what I heard while starting the reading. But yeah, I'm gonna start with your shadow side. So part 1, I'll be channeling from your shadow side. Your shadow side have a lot to say to you, or maybe to people around you. Think they too afraid to speak up, because I feel like your shadow side feel that if they speak up, there's gonna be trouble. So there's a lot that you couldn't say, or whatever you say doesn't, it's not that it's lie, it's that it's not aligned with your heart. Maybe, for example, if something is not okay but you said it's okay, or maybe you don't want to do something but you say you do. It's like this kind of situation. So your shadow side want to let you know that it want to speak the truth, and you might think that the grass is greener on the other side, or that things will get better eventually, or people will change eventually. But sometimes they don't. If we don't speak up or speak our truth, nothing gonna change. We will encounter the same type of pattern where people don't listen, or they don't know what we want. They would never know what we want if we don't voice it. If we don't speak up, if we don't set our own boundaries, no one gonna know what your boundaries are if you don't let people know what it is. And it's scary to show what you're working on. Like, people aren't gonna like it, or they might even criticize it. Maybe that happened before Like when we show someone we love our creation, our art, our song, our poetry, and they didn't criticize it per se, but worse than that, they don't care. They don't care about your work. They couldn't care less. And so those kind of incidents really make you reluctant to come forward with your creation. You might write a lot of songs, lyrics, original lyrics, paint a lot of painting, do a lot of art creation, but you might be too afraid to show it off, or you don't want to give it the chance it deserves, and you feel like nothing gonna change. No matter what you do, people aren't gonna change. They're always the same. Their value is not the same as you, and you feel too shy or too afraid to speak up about your own value, and you feel so tired keeping up with people you don't resonate with or vibing with. You feel like, why do you have to keep going against your heart, against what you want, to get along with people, to feel included, to feel belong? Why can't people just want the same thing as you? Or why can't people just want good things for you, thing that you want? Why can't they just notice it or get it or pay enough attention to you to know what you want? Because you do that to people all the time. You pay a lot of attention to people you love, and you know what they like, you know what they don't like. You pay attention, you listen. You know when people lie, you know when they say they're okay, they're really not, and you try to give kindness, show compassion. Sometimes kindness is a weakness, because what's the point when you're the only one being kind? That means you're the only one pouring out your cup. No one is pouring back to you. Your cup is always empty. No one notices how empty it is, because you still act fine, still act like nothing is wrong. You're fine. Even though things seem right, you feel like everything is wrong. No one really knows what makes you happy. Even though you try to give hint, even though you're trying to show them what makes you happy. What makes you happy is art, poetry, music, movies, and you care a lot about those things. But why aren't people notice that? Why about you? Why don't they care as much as you? Are you the only one who value these things? It's like you're not speaking with your voice, but you're screaming with your soul and your heart for help, for connection, for genuine connection, for people who will see you for who you are. And it's an answerless call. No one gonna answer your call. No one gonna pay attention to you. Like, who are you to be the center of attention? Who are you to voice your opinion, to say what you want, to say you're right, to set a boundary? If you do that, people will leave. If you do that, people won't think you're kind or good anymore. In order to fit in, you have to say the right things. And you have to say what people want to hear, not what you want. Okay, part 1. That was me channeling from your shadow side. Next, I'm gonna move on to your light side. You were right that whenever you speak up, if people don't agree, they leave. And before you were scared of the consequences of your voice or voicing what you want, voicing your true feeling, or voicing your boundaries because you're afraid how people will react to that. Now you feel a bit indifferent because you kind of know, you saw it coming. You saw people who benefit off your silence, and whoever want to leave just because you speak the truth and they can't accept the truth, then you don't really mind. You are fulfilled. You feel like your cup is full. Finally, you have every colors of the rainbow. You have your cup is full, and you are waiting for other people to pour into your cup, but you were waiting for the wrong people because they themselves don't even know how to pour into themselves. So how can they pour their cup into you? You have to go where people know how to pour into a cup. And you're one of those people. You know how to pour your own cup. You know how to fulfill yourself. So why are you being around people who can't even do that? That's what you realize. You realize that if you were in a group of 5, 4 of them don't know how to fill their own cup, and you were the only one who know, and you were pouring into those 4 other cups. You were doing all the work. So now you know, now you get it. So you're gonna go your own way and find people who know how to do what you do. It is scary to speak up, and sometimes you might even seem like you're being harsh. You have been noticing things. You have seen the little things. You have seen the imbalance. You have seen a lot of compromisation in relationship, and mostly it's just you that are compromising and not the other parties. And now you know that the grass is not greener on the other side. You know that the grass is greener where you water it, and you have been neglecting your own garden. You had been tending to other people's garden. Now it's time for you to come back to your own garden and tend to your own crops and your own grass. And if people have a lot to say about that, if they're criticizing you for trying to tend to your own garden, then they're not your people, and you don't mind anymore. You have different values and you like different things, and you're not waiting around for people to suddenly change their mind and like the same thing as you. You know that's not gonna happen. You're gonna go your own way. You're gonna focus on your own fulfillment and what makes you happy, even if it seems different from people around you. You haven't found people who like the same thing as you because you've been surrounded by people who don't. And you were wrong to think that things doesn't change, people doesn't change, because you change. In fact, things changes all the time. The one that doesn't change is the one who refuses to, because you grow and you evolve all the time. And when you let it happen, it's freeing. There's so many things you want to do, so many things you want to create. And now you're gonna start creating from your own enjoyment. You don't have to look for people to validate or appreciate what you're gonna do, what you're gonna create, because that's not the main point of creation anymore. You want to create and appreciate and show off your creation to the world, because it came from your own essence. It's unique, it's different, it's filled with your energy. There's a lot that actually make you happy. You have so many things that make you happy. Art, poetry, creation, like little things. Going to a cafe, getting a drink, making coffee, watching a movie. You realize that there's so many things that make you happy. It's the company you keep, it's the people that had been overshadowed your happiness. Little things, it is everything. Yes, it is sometimes the company you keep. It is sometimes the people that can make your life happy. But when those people doesn't, then you focus on the thing that make you happy instead. And when you focus on the thing that align with your heart, align with your soul, align with your fulfillment, and make you happy, and you focus on those instead, the people will come after. The people will come to you while you honor what you actually like and not what you think you should. You were afraid that you were the only one who liked that or doing this. Like, for example, in your friend group, you are the only one who loved making videos, and your friends are not supportive, or they don't like that, or they're just not interested as much as you do. They don't understand your passion. And it used to be a point of this encouragement for you. It used to be even something that you're ashamed to talk about, to bring up. But now it's different. It's not about them. What you love to do, your passion, it's not about them. It's not about other people. This is you. This is all about you and your own life and your own enjoyment, your own garden. You can plant whatever flowers in your garden. You don't have to ask if it's okay. If it's okay if you can plant sunflowers, if you can plant roses. You don't have to ask for permission to plant flowers in your own garden. You used to ask if it's okay if you can plant sunflowers, and if people say no, then you won't, even though you really want to plant sunflowers. But now you realize that why did you give those people such power? You don't need to ask for permission to plant sunflower in your garden. You can do anything you want, regardless of what people deem acceptable. You're not hurting anyone, but for the longest time, you've been hurting yourself by denying your own joy, your own fulfillment. And you finally realize that it's time to flip the script. If you have to hurt people to be yourself, to do what you love, then those people are not really your people. Your people will be the one who encourage you and support you to plant sunflowers in your garden, because they know how much you love sunflowers. And now you finally know that. You recognize. It's the little things. They add up. You notice that you have to compromise a lot. You notice that you have to keep your voice down, or you notice that you hesitate to speak your truth. You notice these little things that you do, and you wonder why you have to do them. They add up, and you finally You want to go where you can be yourself freely. You can sing your own song without feeling self-conscious. And you're gonna go where that is. You're gonna look for it. Or you're gonna create a space where you can be yourself, and your kindness wouldn't be taken for granted. Your kindness will be your strength. And you will not be the only one who are kind. You will go where you are surrounded by kind people just like you. Pile 2, that was me channeling from your light side, and I'm gonna give you a card for how can you integrate your shadow and your light side, and you got the Ace of Spades. I think it's not the same as the Ace of Swords. So this card is clarity. So how to integrate your shadow and your light side is to see things clearly. To be clear as well on what you want, on your goal, on your value, on who you are, on what your preference is. Speak up on your boundary. Speak up and be clear about what you want, about what you will tolerate and what you won't tolerate from others and from yourself. If you find yourself in a situation where you are hesitant to speak up, that's the kind of energy you shouldn't tolerate for yourself, because we need to speak up. We need to be clear about what we want, on especially on our boundaries, on what we should tolerate from others and to ourselves. So one exercise that I want to recommend that I do is maybe write down your non-negotiable, like a list of non-negotiable that you would never cross, let yourself cross, or others, like a list of boundary. You could say, like, for example, my list of negotiable, the first one would be I have to check in with myself first before I say yes to an activity or to an event. So that's the first one. I have to check in with my feelings and what do I really want before I say yes to attending that event or going to that activity. Yeah, that could be one. Yes, pie 2. I'm gonna give you 2 poems. My original poem that I wrote, one would represent your shadow side and the other would represent your light side. Pie 2, a poem to represent your shadow side is number 84. This one is called To Be a Dreamer. I think I posted this on my Instagram if you want to check it out. To be a dreamer is hard, for you will always be shunned of the magic you see but they didn't see, of the fate you hold and the fate you are told, but they will never touch that silken thread of destiny, because to believe in magic and dream of reality where dreamers are free, only us dreamers can see what they cannot see. So that's a poem from your shadow side. Pie 2, I'm gonna give you a poem representing your light side, and you got this poem number 106. It's called My Non-Negotiable. So, my non-negotiable to the universe. I want to finally put myself first, but in order to do that, you must help me, because I'm just a human right now. My range is limited, but yours is not. If not you, then whom can I ask for to make this pain stop? I'm not responsible for anything except myself, but it seems circumstances want to put me through hell. I can't deny my self-awareness, but even with the clear cognizance, knowing doesn't mean less pain. It's only mean I understand it, but still feel it deeply all the same, and aware enough that I know there's really no one to blame. So, pie 2, you might have clear cognizance. Yeah, those are your poems, and that's it, pie 2. Thank you for listening. Let me know what you think in the comment below. And if you like my poem, you can follow me on Instagram below as well. Thank you for listening and being here with me. Bye bye, bye two. Hello, pie tree. Whoever chooses this black obsidian. So today we'll be channeling from your shadow side as well as your light side and see what they have to say. So this side is your shadow side and this side is your light side. So your shadow side is represented by the fish with two quotes. This one is, when I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be, and it's not who you are that holds you back, it's who you think you are not. As well as you got the Emperor, the Ace of Cups, and the Nine of Cups. And your light side is represented by the bee. And you got this quote, you deserve someone who is terrified to lose you. And you got the Queen of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. So all Pentacle in your light side. Okay, by one, I'm gonna start with your shadow side. Your shadow side feel like you don't have any control. Feel like you don't have control either of your life or yourself. You feel like everything is out of control and you can't. You feel powerless to the current of life. You feel like you might feel a bit insignificant in your role in your life or in your work, and you feel like you're doing a lot of things, you have a lot of things to do, but none of those things really get you anywhere, or it's actually redundant. All the things you do seem to not add up, or they just, when you accomplish something, there's still more things to do, and this never ends. You feel like you're out of control in life. You feel like there's so many choices, but at the same time there's no choice at all, or the choices you were offered in life are all the one that you feel like doesn't suit you at all, or it doesn't matter which one you choose, because either way you're gonna end up hating it, or end up too deep in it, or get consumed by it, and it became so tiring. Life is so tiring lately. You just have so many things to do, so many places to be, and when plan doesn't go according to plan, you feel like you're gonna go crazy. You feel aimless in life. You feel like your goal is the moon and you're trying to reach it, but the distance seems so far away. You feel like even if it takes you 100 years, or it's gonna take you 100 years to reach the moon, to reach your goal, because you just can't seem to find the way there. You don't know what you actually want to do or accomplish in life. You just know that you want to be the best at it, the best in life. But what do you want to be the best at specifically? You really don't know. You just want to be successful. You don't really mind where that success lies, as long as you become successful. But then that doesn't narrow down your path at all. If you don't specifically choose where you're going to be successful at, then Does that mean you're trying to be successful at everything? And that's gonna take a long time. You feel like life is passing you by so fast and you haven't accomplished anything. Life is slippery. It's like slipping from your hand, like water. You can't grab onto water. It's just dripping away from your hands. You feel like you can't grab onto anything. And you feel like you are lost in the current of life. Like you can't do anything about how it's taking you or where it's taking you. And you don't feel belong. It's hard for you to feel belong. And it's hard for you to stay in one place for long. You feel like you're looking for something. Maybe your home. But you feel like it's not gonna happen. You feel like people leave so fast, or they come into your life so fast and leave so fast without indication, without sign, without a heads up, and you feel like you feel so powerless to stop them or even prepare yourself when it happens. It's true when they say people come and go, but you feel like you're sick of it. Why do they always leave? Why do they always go? Where did they go? Why can't you hold on to anything? Hold on to friends, to job, even what you want to do, because you do want to do a lot of things. But there's not a specific thing that holds your passion. You are envy of people. Some people who are obsessed with one thing or their lives, or have one thing that they're so passionate about. You want to be like that. You're actually very puzzled and confused as to how can they be so loyal to one thing and one passion. How can people stick to one thing? There's so many things to do, to try on. And you wonder, maybe it's because you just don't belong to one place. You belong everywhere. You're everything and nothing at once. And sometimes it makes you feel so lonely. And it makes you question if you even exist at all. You feel like life moves too fast for you and you can't do anything about it. You feel so hopeless against the current of life, and there's nothing you can do about it, and there's nothing you can do about where you're gonna end up and who you're gonna be with. It's obviously not in your hands. From your experience, you can't control people. So yeah, part 1, that was your shadow side. So now I'm gonna channel from your light side. In your quest of moving around in life, trying many places, going everywhere, because you are searching for something. You're searching for a place to belong, a place to call home, a group of people who you know that they won't leave and who will accept you for who you are, and you believe that wholeheartedly that place exists and is waiting for you. You know that you belong in this world because you are here, and being here in this world is proof that you belong here. just like other people. You have a purpose in life. You have immense passion. And there's nothing wrong with trying many things and looking for it. There's nothing wrong with not settling, with going your own way and changing your mind. You are the queen of the material realm, Queen of Pentacles, and anything you touch turn into gold. Any ideas you have become materialized right before your eyes. Your talent is to bring all your experiences from different places, different people that you have been around, and bring them together as one to create something that everyone can relate to. You operate in the law of oneness. Everyone is one, and you understand that. You are everything and nothing at once. But as before, that has a bad connotation. Now, it's a relief. Because you don't have to be just one thing. To defy is to limit. And you are limitless to what you want to do, what you can do, where you can be, who you can be with. You understand now that people come and go because you have lessons to learn together. And while they're there with you, while the people are there with you, you will appreciate them to the fullest because you know that people come and go. But you have yourself forever. You're going to be with yourself forever. You understand that people come in to teach you lessons, to help you learn some pattern, to be a catalyst for your change. And it's like teamwork. If you want to grow and you want to change, you have to work on yourself. And when you meet a lot of people, you learn a lot of things. And this world is safe. It's safe for you to be here. It's safe for you to settle down, or it's safe for you to choose what you want to do and stick with it, even if nothing comes out of it. Because when you choose, you can focus your energy on that thing. And then when you have enough, you can change your mind and choose another thing. There's nothing wrong with changing your mind, changing your course, changing your direction, changing your focus. People make it seem like it's the end of the world to change your mind or change your direction in life. But you know that it's not. It's just you adjusting to who you're becoming. It's just you honoring your desire when it changes. Because change is inevitable. There are 4 seasons in this world. And each season bring out a different you. Summer, winter, autumn, spring. You are not the same person. Even within a year, in a season, you change, you grow. And you don't have to be so restless. You don't have to feel so restless. It's easier said than done, but you are safe enough to settle down, to be still. Stillness is the answer to a restless heart. And your spiritual practice ground you and bring you back to earth. You can tell that it really benefits you and it keep you grounded. Your spiritual practice, as in walking in nature, meditation, journaling, things that you do in the 3D, like your action in the 3D, reading, help you feel more calm, more soothed, and you will keep doing them. Because not only does it benefit you, but it's also keep you from spiraling into worries and anxiety that frankly have nothing to do with the present. And you feel safe enough and you feel like you want to spend time in the present, not the past or the future, ruminating about things that isn't there. You want to focus on your present, spending time in the here and now, looking what you're doing, looking in front of you, staring it in the eyes, staring at what's in front of you and seeing everything in front of you for what it is. So pie 3, that was me channeling from your light. So I'm gonna give you a card that can represent integration between your shadow and your light, and you've got number 9 of club, the sun. It is well to have as many holes upon happiness as possible. So number 9 is, you could say, completion, spiritual advancement. How to integrate is positivity. So to keep your thoughts positive, to be enthusiastic about life, optimistic about life, about your future, about yourself. It's easier said than done, because if we tend to have negative mindset or doom mindset, we tend to veer towards negative outcome or fear-based outcome. But I feel like you are advanced enough to self-aware enough to know when you tend to do that, when you tend to be in a more negative outcome or more, you could say, depressive thoughts, and you know that those doesn't help you. It doesn't lift your spirit or lift your vibration at all. In fact, it's bringing it down. And when you are self-aware enough about what you're doing, you can actually change the course and control what you're doing. So for example, if you notice that you have been having a lot of negative thoughts and you are aware that you are doing that, then you take it in your own hand to release the thought by like journaling or expressive it in exercise or creative works, and be mindful about your thoughts. For every negative thought or outcome base, you would think of a positive one to balance it. Yeah, that's how you can integrate your light and your shadow, by having awareness of when you are slipping or spiraling into more of low or dark negative energy. And instead of feeling shameful or judge ourselves or feeling bad for slipping into those dark, those shadow energy, we don't do that. We don't shame ourselves, because slipping or going there is not within our control. But changing the course and bringing ourselves back to a higher frequency, higher vibration, a more positive thought is in our control, and we're gonna focus on that instead. Yeah, so that's how you can integrate your shadow and your light by 3. And next I'm gonna give you an original poetry that I wrote. 2 of them. One would represent your shadow and one would represent your light. I'm gonna give you an original poem that represents your shadow or come from your shadow. So it's number 9. This poem is called It Is How It Is. The jaded of life come to drag me down. I have nearly fallen into the miserable crowd. No magic, this is the reality. Accept it and the illusion that you're free. Submit to the system, there's nothing to be done. It is how it is. This is life full of forgotten dreams, bitterness and spite. Oh, it has come to drag me down, and I know one of these days I'll voluntarily follow it to the ground. So that was one of your poems. Representing your shadow. Next I'm gonna give one representing your light side, and this one is number 8. It's called Reality. I want to stay in reality, where everything seemed to be against me. I want to be here and let myself see clearly what was horrid once. Even my escapism cannot fool me. Those people who manage to fool themselves are an example of someone whom I wish to never be. So that was one of your poems representing your light side. And yeah, that's it, poetry. Thank you for listening. I hope it resonated in some way. If so, please leave a comment to let me know. And if you want to read more of my poetry, you can follow my Instagram below as well. And thank you, poetry, for listening, for being here. Bye bye. Hello, Pi, for whoever chooses this Amazon night. So today I'll be channeling from your shadow side and your light side. So this side is representing your shadow and this side is representing your light side. And your shadow is represented by the nightingale with this quote: what suffering is behind your anchor, and a ship is always safe at shore, but that is not what it's built for. And you got the 7 of Swords, Ace of Cups, and the High Priestess. For your light side, you are represented by the horse with this quote: I understand if the wound is greater than an apology can cure. And you got the 4 of Cups, the Hierophant, 3 of Cups, and the Father of Wands. So Pi 1, your shadow side message is that they want you to be more expressive, more voicing your need more, or voicing your feeling or what you think, your opinion, because your opinion matter. But I feel like your shadow side feel like even if you voice it, no one gonna listen, or that your opinion doesn't matter. No one would listen to what you have to say. And you might feel resentful towards some people because they have stepped over your boundaries in a way, or they cannot figure out or know what you need because you don't voice what you need, and you expect people to figure it out or just know. Your shadow side want you to express yourself freely, whether that's your needs or even in your interests, what you like, what you don't like a movie, music. Just voice your opinion without fear of judgment or feedback or unfavorable feedback. Your shadow side understand that not everyone will like what you like, but within that context, it's like, so if no one like what you like, does that mean what you like doesn't matter? And people might not be as intuitive as you. People aren't as, you could say, in tune to you as much as you're in tune to everyone else. You might pick up certain things of people, details, their emotion, like their interest, and expect people to do the same, but people aren't as intuitive as you. And sometimes you resent that fact. You resent that you are more in tune and more intuitive than people is to you. So you be the only one who notice stuff about people and they don't notice thing about you, or they don't pay attention to you in the way that make you feel seen. You feel like you feel unseen. People don't really see you for who you are. Maybe because you haven't expressed who you really are, or in a way you go to great length to hide who you really are. And you could always predict the outcome. You always see the ending coming, or the same repetition of people pattern, like treatment. You feel like every relationship, with a friendship or romantic, always end up in the same ending, which is heartbreak. You've seen it coming. You've seen it play out before. You've seen it happen before. So you predict that it's gonna happen again. You're gonna run into the same dynamic, same type of people, and you feel like history will always repeat themselves. Maybe that's because you never try different method. Maybe that's because you always do the same thing, or responds the same way. If people aren't gonna change, you have to change. And by how to change that is by, even if the same thing happen, you don't respond the same way. That's how you break a pattern, and you know that but it's hard for you to do that when you know the same thing gonna happen, or it's like you feel safe in the same outcome, in what you predict, in what you know gonna happen. You know that this person gonna hurt you, and it happened, and you feel you could even say, like, I knew this would happen, and feel self-justified by that. Fulfilling your own prophecy in a way in relationship, like this. I know this is gonna happen. I know it's gonna end this way. I know this person would end up taking me for granted, or wouldn't see my word, or wouldn't see me for me. These people don't know how to meet my need, and they don't really care what I have to say, or don't really listen to my voice. So it's gonna turn out the same. Slowly distancing yourself, and you, without communication, without trying to clear the air, without confronting or voicing about the matter, you're just gonna fade out and expect people to figure it out why you're not responding. So it's hard to change our behavior, but if we don't, we're gonna encounter the same pattern, the same outcome. But that's what made us feel safe. That's what predictable, and you find solace, comfort in predictability. Even though lately it's becoming unbearable. Lately, even if you meet new people, you can already predict the trajectory of your relationship, and that make you feel sad and feel like your intuitive ability is a curse. But what's the point of knowing what to come or knowing things if we don't use it to our advantage? Use the information to change something about it if we know what's coming. So yeah, part 1, that was me channeling from your shadow side, and I'm gonna move on to your light side now, the horse. The horse, your light side is praising your courage, praising your action. They know when to take action, and they know when to let it play out and leave it be. They have a lot of intuitive insight. You are very psychic, and you should trust your intuition and what you feel and know to be true. If you feel like some relationship, friendship is not compatible to you and the pattern will play out, you should trust that feeling and let it go and let it play out. But if you feel like your relationship with this person, like friendship, is a good one, and if there's problem arising, it's better to communicate and solve the problem rather than let it ruin the friendship, because you know that friendship is actually good for you and reciprocal, as well as contributing to your growth. Your discernment is amazing and strong. Always listen to your discernment of people and relationship and even activity. You know what action to take, and when you take those inspired action, it feels like you're living the life you want. Your light side love that you don't force things, force relationship, outcome, result. You're not doing things because you feel like you have to or you need to, or you feel like what expect of you. Your light side admire that you do what inspire you, what your heart is calling you to do. You are called to a certain place, certain activities, and you don't want to hesitate and overthink it. You just want to take the leap of faith and go for it. Whether that is into a new relationship, friendship, new club, new activity, new community, life-changing hobbies. You feel so passionate for life. There's so many things you want to do and try, and so many places you want to travel to. You are called to not one but many places, and you want to explore. You want to make it your goal. Save enough money just to buy a plane ticket and go to that place that you always want to go. It's a concrete plan, concrete step, and you will put that into reality. Every action you take have a purpose. Every step you take is a step closer to your goal. It contributes to where you want to be and who you want to become, and it contributes to your growth, your evolution. There's no such thing as a mistake or a useless action or useless experience. You know that every experience that you encounter so far counts. Every bad or sad relationship or mistake or unfavorable result or outcome was for you to learn from them and take the lesson from them, and you took all the lesson that you experienced. It wasn't a mistake. You didn't make any mistake. You cannot make any mistake. because every mistake is just a step towards your goal, toward who you want to become or where you want to be, or towards the evolution you towards you right now, who is so wise, so trusting, so intuitive, so grounded, so detached, and so surrender to everything. You couldn't become who you are right now if those things haven't happened for you. You learn so many lessons that you cannot wait to enjoy life now. I feel like you can't enjoy life as much as you do right now if you haven't transformed or haven't gone through all those transformative experience. They all just want to lead you here to enjoy the relationship you have with your friends, your community, your soul family, yourself, who going toward your dream or doing the thing you want with confidence, with pride, with joy, with enjoyment, not with pressure or with apprehension or fear or doubts. Now you're doing the thing you love, whether that is a job or your hobby. It is your purpose. But you find like in the past you take things too seriously. You take every failure, mistake, or even thing you do for fun, supposed to do for fun, you took it too seriously. Now you learned the lesson. You know that life is about enjoyment. The most thing you should take serious in life is seriously enjoy your life. You should take fun seriously. And you're gonna do that. No one can stop you from enjoying this life, exploring yourself and the world around you and every type of relationship. Even if those relationships doesn't last long, even if it's just a season relationship, not a lifetime relationship, you will enjoy your time with your friend, with your partners, with your community, because the purpose of encountering people or have relationship with them is not to leave each other with pain, or it's not because we're supposed to be in each other's life for long, for your whole life. It's just that we're here to teach each other lesson, and now you gladly will learn the lesson with the people you meet, and during all that you will also gladly have the most fun of your life and learn things about yourself as you go. Everything matters and everything doesn't matter at the same time, and you can't wait to discover more what this life have to offer you. And yeah, pie 4, that was me channeling from your light side. Pie 4, how can you integrate your shadow and your light side? And I pull a card for that, and you got number 6 of diamonds, so 6 of pentacle, harmony. Yeah, how to integrate your shadow and your light side, like take the good with the bad. Going through experience is not one-dimensional, and I feel like you know that by far. You finally know that there isn't just one bad experience or one good experience. It's both. It's like yin and yang. There's good in the bad, and there's bad in the good. It's you could say paradoxical. It's not just one thing, it's everything. And how to integrate it is that learn to balance in life, balance your relationship with people and yourself. It's like don't expect yourself to feel good all the time. It's like if you have one bad day, that is normal, and that is the temperance here. It's like one bad day is not equal one bad life. If there is 7 days in a week and in those 3 days you don't feel good, but the rest of 4 days you feel great, then that is a good week. You know, it doesn't have to be like if you have one bad day in that 1 week, then the whole week is ruined, the whole week is bad. I feel like that's not the mindset that we should go for. We should go for that mindset where we can see things from objective view, or even balance scale view kind of way, because there isn't just one story. There's so many dimensions, so many parts in an experience, in a relationship. No one is all bad, or no one is all good. Some people might be bad for you, but that doesn't mean they're bad in general. So it's like, don't apply one-dimensional outlook to experience, to things, to people, to action. How to integrate your shadow and your light is to see things from 2 points of view, from both light side and good side. Like for example, they say that exercise is good for you, right? It is good for you, but if you use exercise as escapism, or if you do too much exercise, then it's not good for you. If you like do exercise intense exercise every day, for example, it's not good for your body like that. Yeah, but in general, exercise is good for you. It's like context, you know. So yeah, have to be quite balanced in our way of looking at things, and that's how you can integrate your light and your shadow side. For example, you might see someone as not really listening to your need. They might have not noticed your need, and you could view them as like, oh, this person doesn't care about me. But in reality, we have to check ourselves. It's like, do this person doesn't care about me, or have I tried to communicate my need? Have I tried to voice it to them? If I haven't, then I haven't given this person a chance to actually reciprocate my feelings. So yeah, it's like that. I'm gonna give you a poem, 2 original poems written by me. One is gonna represent your shadow side, and the other one's gonna represent your light side. And the poem to represent your shadow side is number 77. This one is called The Truth Doesn't Sell, and I think I post this on my Instagram if you want to check it out. Alright. The truth doesn't sell. No sooner or later, you notice an elephant in the living room, the clouds obscuring the moon, plants growing between concrete. Your silence spread like deadly disease. Two can play those games, ignoring reality, living in our own dreams that oddly resemble nightmares. On the exterior, we seem tough, but deep down inside, we're scared of many things. In fact, scared of the world, this life, ourselves. We don't mind living the lies, cause the truth doesn't sell. Bye. 4, that was your poem representing your shadows. I'm gonna give you another poem representing your light side, and this one is called Saturn, number 76, and I also post this on my Instagram if you want to check it out. So Saturn, you learn more about love in its absence. You remember what really matters, what is true abundance. Your value are shown by your every decision that followed by your decisive actions. Finally, from the shadow, you're done running and decided to face what's in front of you. Even if it is ugly, however scary, you can no longer deny the truth. So those 2 poems. It's a poem from your shadow and your light side. And yeah, that's it, Pi 4. I hope the reading resonate in some way. If so, please don't forget to comment and let me know. And if you want to read more of my original poetry, you can follow my Instagram below. And thank you so much for listening, Pi 4. Thank you for being here. Bye bye.